How you going, guys? Borry Berry here. So I just had a random funny thought. Your favourite YouTuber, Borry Berry. You knew me before I was really big and famous. Uh, yeah, guys. To be honest, I, I, I just, I wasn't going to do a video. It's been really hot. Um, I probably look all flustered and oily and. um, yeah, so it was just literally last minute. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. So I'm on the spot. So if you just get blank stares, like that's why. Okay. So, um, yeah, I guess I'll talk about this. Um, I mentioned in my other videos that so I do a lot of spoon carving. Just to not assume that you all guys, all you folks, watch all my videos, but I don't get to hang on to them, which is really good. Um, God's really blessed me with not only certain skills that I'm really grateful, like being able to carve spoons and make certain things, but people buying my stuff. Actually, I just realised something I will share. Maybe after some things. Something that happened. Just something that happened the other day. Nothing bad. So I sold this spoon to a cousin. Look at that little beautiful fella. Now, over there, not very far from me, so I'm sleeping in this area in like a pine forest here in Mount Gambier. In my van. I live in a van, as you can see. um, Someone's been dumping green waste, which they shouldn't be, but I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's just green waste. It's not like it's just like branches and stuff. They probably from a farm or a property that someone clips or cuts. And anyway, I saw some of the green waste, and it was excuse me, I got hiccups. Here I am again. Okay, so yeah, and I saw the wood, and it's a stone fruit. I couldn't work out exactly what it is. I think it possibly could be it's definitely a stone fruit. Possibly I've got the name of them. Something closer to a peach. I forgot what they're called. Complete mental blank. My brain is fried from the heat. That's my excuse. I'm going to run with that. But anyway, so normally I usually know what kind of wood it is more specifically. But this one I just know it's a stone fruit. It had a very nice sweet smelling smell. It's got some character. The bad camera doesn't really show it off, but it's a beautiful spoon. Nice tight grain. Put a lot of work into it, time. That's my Borry's, I call it leafing. That's mine. That's my design. I haven't seen this anywhere else. I'm not saying no one else does it. I come up with it myself. That's actually something I actually did come up with myself. I'm not saying no one's done it. Everything's pretty much been done before anyway. But I actually came onto that design by mistake. I used to do like more of a line that I would carve in, like a, yeah. Anyway, but that's what I call leafing, because it reminds me of leaves. Also looks like seashell. Yeah. So that one's been bought by a cousin. Yeah, which I'm really excited to send that off to her. She's already paid for it. But it's a beautiful spoon. Beautiful. Can't wait to send that off. And obviously, guys, another thing I need to mention, I try to mention in a lot of my videos, especially when I'm showing off my stuff. Sorry, at the moment, I don't send anything overseas. It's just, sorry to all my American friends and people from overseas. It's just, can be a bit complicated, so I'm just sending them to people that know me on other social media sites, that know me personally, so within Australia. please hear me when I say I apologise for that. I find sometimes it can feel like that with certain people you might follow or watch on, say, YouTube that are overseas. You can feel like a real disconnect. I feel sometimes like you feel connected in ways, but at the same time it's like, oh, I wish I could be there in person or something, you know? And so I get that. And yeah, I see a lot of things in America, for example, because Americans have a lot of stuff they make and stuff, and cool culture with a lot of those things. And I'm like, oh, I wish I was there, you know? But I guess Australia's got its own kind of beauty and its own things. So it's all much to muchness. Yeah. I will share something. It was interesting. It was somewhere I sell my spoons. I will share this. And it was just something God's really doing stuff with my heart, and I don't normally, just because of what God's done with me, I don't normally compare myself, and I don't like to do that. I'm not trying to say I never compare myself, and I don't normally get jealous. So I'll share this. So I was talking to a mate yesterday, and there's someone that buys some of my spoons, and I normally sell them to this particular place quite cheap, and I've been able to sell a lot. And then I did a spoon. Some of you that know me personally might have seen me post it in other places. And then I made a spoon, and it took me, guys, on a hot day. Hear me when I say this. It took me the best part of a day to make, and blistered up, and really nice wood, silky oak, beautiful, a lot of character. It was really, out of all my spoons, it was the top of my game. And so I put all this work, and it was just a bigger spoon, but it's not really a size thing. It's not the size, it's the way you use it. But sorry. But so I made this spoon that it took it out of me. It really, you sit there and you zone into it, and you work at it till your fingers literally bleed. Sometimes from cutting yourself, or, you know, I haven't cut myself too much lately, which I'm really grateful. So you imagine there's a lot of work, and yes, I am quite quick at what I do. So if you look at what I make, or try to do it yourself, you'll be like, wow, how'd you do that so quick? But it doesn't mean it's not hard, and it doesn't mean, yeah, it's a real skill. And then I thought, I'm gonna sell this one for $100, because it is a work of art as much as a practical. Even has like a pot hook on the back of it and stuff. I don't have any photos of it, but to show you like in this way. But I felt I was really conflicted within myself to present this spoon. So I kind of said to the person that buys them, and I said, look, just have a look at this one, you know, show it to the guy that buys them, to another person, and, you know, let me think, because it is more pricey. And I was struggling, and it was interesting because I really needed the money too, but it was out of all the spoons I've sold so cheap, because it's just, I don't care about the money. It's more about where I'm going and getting my stuff out there. And So I felt very and they, you know, they weren't quick to say anything. They haven't said anything yet, but it was interesting because I was talking to my mate, and I felt very He's a business people, and yeah, I felt very sad because I was so conflicted about something I know is worth $100 easy, and I not actually know what people charge for certain things within spoons. Yet I was so conflicted, and yeah, it made me kind of sad because I thought I also realized because of a disability that I've mentioned in other videos that some of you personally know me that I have. I realized I might start crying because I don't hold back the tears, but I realized my whole working career I was kind of always hustling. Yo, I'm a hustler. Nah, seriously. I realized I was always hustling, and because I was in so much pain for so long when I was working. I was in such intense pain. I said to my mate, I said, you know, I was still a really good tradesman, even with all the pain I was in. I thought, I had a lot of feelings, and I still do, but I thought, what I would have been if I wasn't in so much pain. But if I really think about it, it wouldn't have made me grateful like I am now. It wouldn't have given me the grit that I have now. What I went through made me search out the depths of life and meaning. And I wouldn't trade it. And I did. I had a pity party, and in that pity party, I started to compare. Because I was comparing, you know, what I had, what I was offering, you know, with the spoon, and what other people had. Well, that was assumption too. So much assumption in that comparison. And there was also envy there. Because I was like, you know, but it made me look at my heart. And it made me feel. And, you know, it makes me go to God and talk to him, and he talks to me. And I just wanted to share that vulnerability. And I still do question. And I've heard, I'm going to sound nuts right now, but I'm going to go for it. I have explained this in other videos, but some of you probably don't know what I'm about to say. But I hear spiritually things that are said. I pick up on certain things. And sometimes I hear it practically too. Now, eventually I end up hearing it practically, and I get surprised because I'm like, I did hear that. I knew I was hearing that. Hear it physically, so to speak, and not practically. I hear it physically. So I hear things said, and then sometimes I do. You have to question it. You have to be humble enough to question certain things. And it really takes humility and honesty and yeah, I'll hear something, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, that was said. Oh, it's nuts what I hear. And most people around me, usually, that are close to me, will be like, yeah, I can hear that too. Interesting, isn't it? And then, yeah, eventually you hear someone say it, and it like rocks your world. It's like, oh man, I'm not going nuts. And I always have a bit of that. I'm always surprised. Because you never know what's going to kind of manifest itself, even though I'm not talking about manifest destiny rubbish. I'm not going to go there. That's not what I'm talking about, guys. But a lot of stuff won't necessarily manifest, but you know it's there, if you get what I mean. I hope I'm not losing you guys. I'm trying to be very broad, and people that don't know me. So I'm all about spiritual warfare. So heart stuff, and anyway, yeah. So yeah, one of the things I've heard, and I've heard it manifests itself too, was that I share too much. And I think I do. Because, and this goes for anywhere, for all the good people, for all the people that mean well, all of it. There's a whole bunch of snakes. There's wolves in the mix. There's always the bad among the good. And you don't want to lose yourself. And get bitter because you're constantly reacting. Sorry, I got a burp. And nothing came out. Because you're constantly reacting to all the attacks and agendas and snakes and sharks, that are underneath the surface, the reefs, waiting to shipwreck you. And that goes anywhere. That goes within. That can be within families, any institution. I would say, and this is from experience too, any big organization, any big family, any company will have wolves or snakes, will have the bad, but not to get caught up and focus on that and forget the good and forget all the good people, the people that are with you, even if it's, even if it's for a season that people are with you. Don't, I'd really encourage you, and I'm speaking to such a broad audience, but I would say from my own perspective, perhaps, only trust God. Only trust God. But I also understand, and I have to, I don't want to become self-absorbed or blind that some people don't have God. Some people don't have that relationship, that understanding, that capacity. And whatever that might mean, you might only have your family. You might only have your job. Maybe you only have your skill. Who knows? So we're all on some journey. So I'm trying to be general. And I feel like the last video, I probably haven't been so tempted to delete a video than my last video. Not because I believed I shared something wrong or anything, but just there was a lot there, and I did get things wrong. There's even a part where I said, "Oh, I'll get back to that," and I didn't. So there's a bit of heart stuff there, and I'll share that because I am someone that wants to connect. I want to connect with people out there. With honesty and sincerity. I want people to know God. I do. I want them to have a relationship. As Christians are commissioned by Jesus. But I want to do it in a way where I'm led by God. I want to do it in a way where it's genuine. And even though I feel this word I'm about to use is being used in a bad way, I really do believe I want to be inclusive, especially with these videos. And like I've said in a really old video, maybe a recent video, I'm not going to keep all of you guys happy. I've already had some reactions. I'm surprised how many bad reactions I haven't had yet. I'm a bit shocked. And again, on the spirit of not focusing on the bad, I've been more focused on the good stuff. Thank you for everyone that reaches out. I'll try to say it as much as I can. But yeah, guys, I'm going good. There's a lot going on in the world right now. With fires and stuff in America and California and stuff. My heart goes out to you guys, and there's a lot going on. Some of the other older videos that I spoke about some of this stuff, I'm not going to start rehashing about it. I'm also not one to hang around when people don't listen. I don't take it personally. Sometimes I do. I shouldn't say I don't. I don't often maybe take it personally, but I don't really hang around. So hope you was encouraged by that. Again, I didn't know where this video was going to go. I just thought, I'll do a video. Oh yeah, as well. Sorry, man, I got the burps or something. I kind of always do my videos, let's be honest. Yes, you do. There's no one there. I'm just talking to something. Anyway, I reckon the other day, so yesterday, even this morning, yesterday and the day before yesterday, so kind of 2 days, I reckon I either got food poisoning, which I don't think it was that for a bunch of reasons. I don't want to give details, but I don't think it was food poisoning. But I think I got heat stroke. I think I kind of cooked in the van. I've said it in other videos, it gets really hot, and I don't want to sound, I'm happy. I really am, even with the heat. I don't want to sound negative, because I feel like I have been pretty negative lately. Let's be honest. That's kind of why I want to do this video, to maybe like, hey guys, I'm sorry. I spoke on all this stuff and yeah, I didn't get a lot of views, and it wasn't so much the views, it was more what I talked about. I was a bit like, yeah, I don't know how people are taking this, and I think we can all take things different ways. But back to the heat thing I was talking about. Haven't really had the extra money to be able to go somewhere cooler, just by a lake, and stock up on food. And I need to get a bigger battery to run my fridge to stock up on food. I've said it in other videos. I'm laughing because I either laugh or I cry. I don't know. But I've got a condition. This actually is kind of funny. It's not funny that I have this condition. I have a condition. I probably have shared more of it on another video somewhere, but I won't share too much. Those of you that know me know my condition. I can't actually get too hungry because I have a certain condition. It sounds like excuses, and it is. If you actually look at it, it's excuses. I can't lose weight too quickly at all. If I missed one meal, I can have a certain reaction, which is partly, and it's not the full reason, I do love food, but partly the reason I can lose weight, but it's very hard for me to lose weight. I was born with big bones. I actually have massive bones, by the way. I used to be 95 kilos in my younger years, in my 20s. I kid you not, guys. I was 95. Me, 95 kilos. So I don't know what that is in pounds, or double it. I was let's do the maths. Just under 200 pound. I think I got it right. Just under 200 pound, like 95 kilos. Man, I look gaunt. I look gaunt. 95 kilos. Just under 200 pounds. Normally that's still a big bloke. That's a big bloke. So, obviously I'm I'm not trying to say, oh, you know, I'm meant to be fat and unhealthy or whatever. Oh, I don't know. I question how. I mean, yeah, definitely have like blood pressure, high blood pressure, and I am overweight. Oh, for sure. I'm like, I haven't weighed myself in a bit because a lot of the scales can't actually measure my weight. That's how heavy I am. So kilos, at least I think, or at least 155. I gained about 10 kilos when I was traveling. Because of my issue, I had to make sure I eat, especially when I'm traveling. It's a bone issue. Without going into it too much. So it's a balance. So I go to the gym. I went to the gym today. Oh yeah. So back what happened, I got really sick. Migraines. I was going blind yesterday night. I had the frontal lobe migraine. And it's been so hot. I think it was the heat that got to me. My blood pressure, and I had this migraine, guys. I was sick in the guts. That's how bad it was. It was so painful. My head was hurting so much. I couldn't even sleep. So yeah, you know, if you know me personally and you know Jesus, do say a prayer for me. I don't think I'm going to be in my situation too much longer. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty rough. It gets pretty hot. Like even today, I had to eat something. I cooked in this van. I had a shady spot, but it's still so hot. Boris, you're sitting in your air cons now. Who knows where you are? You know, you could be in a cave in Uzbekistan or something. You know, I don't know. I could be talking to anyone right now. But yeah, she got hot, mate. Far out. And I'm carving. I'm like, just, you know. Yeah, it's pretty hot. Yeah. So it's a bit rough, and yeah, I need to get a few things with the van, to be able to drive up to some spots, maybe to where I can just cool off in water and stuff, and yeah, I mean, there's other ways I could cool off too. Yeah. Where was I going with that? No, just sharing. It's just my head, man. Like, oh, yeah. And I reckon, you know, I definitely, the heat got to me. Man, but that migraine, nasty. Anyone that suffers migraines, I hear ya. Big Borry hears ya. I don't often get them. But that frontal lobe one was weird. I was getting it yesterday night. I was watching like a movie and playing a game at the same time, and just started going blind. It's like this thing that happens. If you haven't had it, it's hard to imagine, but it's like the part in your frontal lobe, the brain, that processes what your eyes see because of the migraine, the inflammation, whatever's going on. It disrupts it. So everything goes warped. You can't see someone's face properly and all that. It's like you can still see, but like you're blind. I have had it a couple of times, so I do know what it is. It's a type of migraine and how it hits you. Yeah, it just crept up. I could see it coming because the screen was going all weird, and yeah. Poor Big Borry. Nah, I'm alright, guys. I really am. Yeah, and like I said, in some couple of my other videos, there's definitely a lot of people struggling, and there's a lot of transitioning happening repositioning. It has changed from what I was saying New Year's. Yeah, I'm probably just sitting on a lot of stuff right now. Just kind of like, take it easy, do what I can, you know. Which is the advice. I've given a lot of advice to some of my friends, and I said, hey, you know, hang in there, hang in there. Don't let things force you to do silly, stupid decisions, whatever that could be, you know. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, all that. Big Borry out. Love yous heaps. I really do. I love yous all. Please keep reaching out to me. Don't forget your body in the ven. Goodbye. I'll be back.